Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. Wanted to share with you a little experiment that I did with using the different types of paper that I had on hand with the Copic markers. The types of paper I used was the Crafter's Companion Ultra Smooth Premium White Cardstock, 80 pounds. Hammer Mill Color Copy Cover, 80 pound photo white. Copic Express It Blending Cardstock, and the Georgia Pacific Image Plus Cardstock White, 110 pounds. I did my experiment a little bit different because a lot of times when I'm working with my Copic markers, I have to stop and do something. So I colored my images, and then the next day I went over and recolored them to see how they would react if I had to stop and go back to it. And here's how my experiment turned out. These are the 4 different types of paper. These papers are really white. These 2 papers here are the whitest. And these 3 papers here are very smooth, where this one isn't quite as smooth. The first picture here, it blended very nicely. I was able to shadow it. We did have some, all of them has the on the back of it, but I don't care where it bled through. It doesn't matter to me because I matte all of my images. You know, when I put them on cards, I don't use this as a card base. It blended out a little bit, but really not too much. Usually, when I did it the first time, when I worked on it, I got very little bleeding outside of the lines. But when I did it the second time, the next day, and repeated the whole process over again, then I got a little bleeding. But normally, it's just a small amount, and I can take care of that with the 0 marker. The colors that I used were E00, E11, E13, and E25. This is the Georgia Pacific Image Plus Cardstock White, 110 pounds. This is the one from Sam's Club. Walmart's also has the Georgia Pacific, and it's 110 pounds. But I found out when I compared the 2 of those, this one is a little bit smoother and just a slightly whiter than the other one. So when I started off, this is what I used. I love this one. I think for beginners, this is a very good one, because if you use the more expensive papers when you're just practicing, you're going through a lot of paper, and this paper isn't always cheap. Then I went to, this was my next paper that I used. This was the Hammer Mill Color Copy Cover, 80 pounds photo white. This one is nice and white, and it's also very smooth. I ordered this online. I can't really tell you where online that I found it, but this was my go-to paper because I can always, along with the Georgia Pacific, I was able to go through and blend it over again when if I had to get up and stop and start. Then I had ordered the Copic Express It Blending Cardstock because I wanted to see how it worked. Here's the back of the Hammer Mill. And remember, these are all going over them twice. This is the Copic Express It Blending Cardstock. And the only thing that I noticed when I went back over it after all of my inks had died, when I went back to retouch it and work it, I noticed that the darker colors didn't work together as easily as it did when I first did it. I had to really play with those darker colors more to get them to blend out. But this paper blended out very well too. Then when I was at the store, a local store called Packatans, I found this Crafter's Companion Ultra Smooth Premium White Cardstock, 80 pounds. And that's how it bled through on the back, which is good. And I had very little bleeding outside of the lines. It blended very nice and smoothly. I had no problems with this when I went back over the next day. This is a much whiter paper than the other papers. It is super smooth, and I like it because I can locally find it. Those are all of my things. I really like all of them. And it's your choice of what you want to play with. I would suggest everybody get, you know, maybe they can get some from a friend. Try all the different ones. Use a very light hand when you're using your Copic markers. And just play and see which paper that you feel is the best for you. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.